Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're embarking on a journey to a place that's truly one of a kind. Imagine a country so small you could walk across it in less than an hour. A nation with a population smaller than most high schools, yet it wields immense influence across the globe. Yes, we're talking about the incredible, the enigmatic, and the absolutely beautiful Vatican City. So, where exactly is this tiny nation? Well, it's a country within a city. Vatican City is an independent city-state located entirely within Rome, Italy. When I say it's small, I mean it's the smallest sovereign state in the world, covering just about 110 acres, or 0.44 square kilometers. To put that into perspective, it's about 1/8 the size of New York's Central Park. You could literally fit Vatican City into many city parks around the world several times over. Its population is just as unique. With around 800 to 900 residents, it's the smallest country by population, too. But here's the interesting part. Citizenship isn't based on birth. It's granted to those who live and work in the Vatican for the Holy See, which is the government of the Roman Catholic Church. This means cardinals, diplomats, the Swiss Guard, and other clergy and laypeople. Once their service ends, their citizenship usually does too, and they revert to their original nationality. It's a truly transient and service-based citizenship, unlike anywhere else on Earth. So, what defines Vatican City? First and foremost, it's the spiritual and administrative heart of the Roman Catholic Church. The Pope, who is the Bishop of Rome, is the head of state. This makes Vatican City an ecclesiastical or sacerdotal monarchical state, a unique form of government where the head of the church is also the head of state. Its entire purpose is to provide an independent and sovereign base for the Holy See to operate freely. Despite its tiny size, Vatican City has its own passport, its own postal service famous for its unique stamps, its own flag, and even its own anthem. It mints its own euros, which are highly sought after by collectors because of their rarity. It has its own media outlet, Vatican News, broadcasting in dozens of languages. It even has a tiny railway station with just one track, connecting to Italy's network, primarily used for freight, though occasionally for passengers. Now, let's talk about the most amazing things you can see and experience there, because this small patch of land is packed with some of the world's greatest treasures. The undisputed centerpiece is St. Peter's Basilica. This isn't just a church, it's a masterpiece of Renaissance architecture. Standing in St. Peter's Square, designed by the great artist Bernini, you're surrounded by massive colonnades that feel like they're embracing you. As you approach the basilica, its sheer scale is breathtaking. Inside, it's even more overwhelming. The light streams down from Michelangelo's magnificent dome, the largest in the world. You can even climb to the top of this dome. It's a bit of a workout, with over 500 steps, but the reward is an absolutely unforgettable panoramic view of Rome. From up there, you can see the perfect symmetry of St. Peter's Square and the entire layout of Vatican City. Inside the basilica, you'll find Michelangelo's Pietà, a sculpture of Mary holding Jesus after the crucifixion. He carved it when he was just 24, and it's the only work he ever signed. The detail and emotion captured in the marble are simply astounding. You'll also see Bernini's massive bronze canopy, the baldacchino, standing directly over the main altar, which itself is placed over St. Peter's tomb. The entire basilica is a treasure trove of art and history. But the art doesn't stop there. Next, we have the Vatican Museums, plural, because it's not just one museum, but a complex of galleries and collections that stretch for over 7 kilometers. It's one of the largest art collections in the world, built up by popes over centuries. You could spend days, even weeks, exploring it all. The collections range from Egyptian mummies and Etruscan artifacts to classical sculptures like the famous Laocoon and his sons, and of course, vast collections of Renaissance art. The Raphael rooms are a must-see. These are 4 rooms painted by Raphael, showcasing his incredible skill and vision. Each room is a symphony of color, composition, and storytelling. But all of this leads to the grand finale, the moment everyone is waiting for, the Sistine Chapel. Honestly, no video or photo can ever do it justice. You walk into this relatively plain-looking chapel, and you look up. Your jaw just drops. The entire ceiling is covered with Michelangelo's iconic frescoes depicting scenes from the Book of Genesis, from the creation of Adam to the Great Flood. It took him 4 years to paint, mostly lying on his back on scaffolding. Then you turn to the altar wall and see his other masterpiece, The Last Judgment, a powerful and dramatic scene he painted decades later. Standing there in silence, surrounded by this monumental work of art, is a deeply moving, almost spiritual experience, regardless of your personal beliefs. It's a testament to human creativity and devotion. Now for something a little different, the Swiss Guard. You'll see them standing guard at the entrances of the Vatican. They are, in fact, the world's smallest and one of the oldest standing armies. Dressed in their incredibly colorful blue, red, orange, and yellow Renaissance-era uniforms, they might look ceremonial, but they are a highly trained elite force of Swiss soldiers responsible for the safety of the Pope. To be a Swiss Guard, you must be a Swiss citizen, Catholic, unmarried between 19 and 30 years old, and at least 5 foot 8 inches tall. Seeing them perform their duties is like watching a piece of living history. Let's touch on some other cool facts. Vatican City has its own pharmacy, which is known for being one of the best and busiest in the world. It's open to the public with a prescription and a valid ID. Why is it so popular? Because it often stocks medications that are not yet available in Italy. And what about the Vatican Gardens? They take up over half of the country's entire area. These aren't just patches of grass. They are beautifully manicured gardens filled with fountains, sculptures, and rare plants from around the world. They're a peaceful oasis, a stark contrast to the bustling crowds in St. Peter's Square. You can't just wander in, you need to book a guided tour to see them, but it's well worth it for a glimpse into this serene, private side of the Vatican. The Vatican also has its own astronomical observatory, one of the oldest in the world. But here's a fun twist. Due to light pollution in Rome, its main telescope, the Vatican Advanced Technology Telescope, is actually located in Arizona in the United States. So, Vatican City is a place of incredible contrasts. It's the smallest country with the biggest church. It has a tiny population but global influence. It's an ancient religious institution that uses advanced technology. It's a sovereign state without a hospital, a river, or an airport. It's a place where art, faith, and history intertwine in a way that's simply mesmerizing. Whether you're a person of faith, a history buff, an art lover, or just a curious traveler, Vatican City offers an experience that is completely unique. It's a powerful reminder that size has nothing to do with significance. This tiny nation has shaped world history for centuries and continues to be a beacon for millions. Visiting is like stepping into another world, a world meticulously preserved, profoundly spiritual, and artistically overwhelming. So if you ever find yourself in Rome, make sure to carve out a day to cross the border and explore the world's smallest country. You won't regret it. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this virtual trip, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been to Vatican City or what part you'd love to see most. See you in the next one.